Welcome back to Garage86. Thanks for coming back if you're a returning visitor. If not, welcome to my garage. Glad to have you here. Hope you like what you see. Hope I can help you with some jobs on the car. Primarily it's what I'm here for, just to do some how-tos on how to do bits of the car, but also to make it a bit more personal. Any questions, fire them down below. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that would be brilliant. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. TRD on the hat as well. I'm getting a little bit addicted with it. It's kind of a passion, so yeah, it's true, I am. But it's also because it's hot, and I'm trying to look a little bit less like a sweaty mess while I'm filming the videos. So for that reason, I'm going to try and stay out of the car as much as possible today. I've got a few quick jobs to do. I've got the ABS VSC controller to update to make it the same as the later 2017 switches and dial controllers, so that will work with the newer traction control buttons. I'm also looking to do a few exterior jobs around the car, and just got a couple of bits that I need to clear up some space with, so I'm going to sling them in the boot, but I'll just show you them first. So yeah, if you want to follow me, we'll get things started. Bit of housekeeping first, solely because all this stuff is taking up some space in storage that I need to get things on the car, so I've got some space to store some stuff that I haven't got on the car yet. Also gives me a bit of room in the garage. First things first, just this little thing here. The code number on this is MSO10 1800. And it's not particularly technical really. It's just, I'm not going to get it out because I'm going to have a pain in the backside getting it back in. But if you can see on the instructions there, it is a disc shape that folds out to cover the steering, the window section, front window section, so that you don't get it as hot when you get in the car on the 4 days of summer that we have in the UK. So quite a useful one to have. I'm going to just pop that one in the boot in the second, and that fell off on the floor, and that is along with this, which I've had a while. The code on this one, I'm not sure if this is still current, PZ49S02EA0-EU, and that is your kind of standard car company European trip kit, which, just to show you what's inside, you've got your usual sort of things you'd expect, like high-vis jackets. You've got a couple of Toyota triangles at the back, and then your GB sticker, your breathalyzer set. So yeah, just a couple of bits that I've had for longer than I've had the car, just because I like to have these bits ready to go, and they're just gonna go in the boot. Nothing too exciting, just tuck them in there. I've been doing a few jobs, mostly inside the car, so today I thought I'd step out, as it's a little bit of a warm one, and do something in the engine bay, just a nice easy one to start us off, namely this, which is the VSC unit. Helps with traction control and bits and bobs like that. But if I take you to the bench, I'll show you the one that I've got to replace that black module with, which is this one over here. Not sure how well the camera picks it up, but I'll put a still up anyway. But you see here, 19, says that this is from a 2019 car, and that number there, 27536 CA070, means this is from a 2017 plus. You can also check on the underside, if it will just focus, 19 on that one as well, so this is a matching pair. But I just want to show you how to take this apart off the car, because I need this to match up with those buttons there. So with the traction control and the track mode buttons just on there. So I'll just get set up and then I'll show you how to take it apart and how quick it is to swap it over. So as I just showed you, this is the newer module, and it's a really easy piece to take apart. In actual fact, I've already loosened the screws. These are actually little Torx sockets here, but if you are gentle you can just get away with using a little 4mm socket, but it's just as easy as just delicately placing them on. I must admit I made a start just so that this wasn't too boring to watch. Flip it over, undo these four as well. Pull that one out. And this last one. Nearly. Bit too eager. There we go. And then this simply pulls apart like that. And this is the piece you need. Don't need to worry about this ABS module. It's worth keeping as a spare just in case the other one goes wrong. But the only bit we actually need is this bit here. And I'll take you to the car and I'll show you how that all comes apart on there, and we'll just put that one in its place. Now, here's the module on the car, just here. I've got my socket, I'll just pop that there for now. One thing you may not be able to see from that side is there is a retaining clip which fits onto the electrical connector just here. Up there for now. And then that is just usual thing. You could probably see me lift it up here like that, and then that releases that whole connector there. If you can see that big chunky boy, that comes off. And then if I just grab the socket, and I'll do this delicately on the car. I haven't started these ones off, I'm afraid. So we got the full glory of these bolts. I thought that one was out. There we go, number one. Number two up the top over here. They're only lightly put in anyway, they're not particularly hard to undo. That's two. Three is down here, which I'm not sure you'll be able to pick up on the camera. But it's in the same place as I showed you on the bench. We're just doing these two, this one here at the moment. I think I might need to take the extension off for number 4, just because of other things in the way. There we go. Alright, and then get that one started. Always feels a longer job when you haven't got an extension on it. See if I can do it manually just to finish it off. Almost. There we go, all 4 out. all back together so I don't lose it. And then this slides off in the same way as the other one does, and out that comes out the way. Then we grab the newer version, and it's as simple as reversing the process. Just take your time, no rush to it, just slides in nicely. Start off with some of these ones to get it in position, and I'll do that last one in a minute. Flip, make sure to switch your ratchet to on, which I think I'd already done. No, I hadn't. There we go. Grab the next one. Sorry about this pipe being in the way as well. That doesn't make it easy to see, I'm sure. Right, I'll get these done up, and then what I'll do is I'll move the camera around so you can see it from this side, so you can see how that electrical connector goes on. So leave me to do those last two bolts and I'll be right with you. And just for confirmation on this, I haven't replaced this unit, my ABS, on this one. This is still the original one from the car. But if you are buying one from eBay or a breaker or anything, that number along there will always start 27536CA, and then the ones that are confirmed to work are 030, 040, 050, 060 and 070. The one I've got is 070. That's all taken from the GT86 forum, which is very helpful and useful in doing this. But I've moved you around this side now, just to make it easier to see that this literally just slots in place like that, and as you pull it down, locks itself in place. And it's as simple as that, really. Then the unit is all together, it's all bolted up. And I know we said we'd be outside the car today, but I do need to go in the car just to check that the buttons work as they should. So I'll get the battery connected back up and I'll see you in there. And back in here again, just to show you these. Let me move that out of the way. It shouldn't move. No, we're not going anywhere. So you can see these buttons and what happens up here when I press them. So now they should be relevant to the 2017 model. So hit that start button. Now, a single press on this left one gets you TRC off. This track one here, quick press, says track, and if you hold it down for a few seconds longer, that keeps it on track, and you can see the TRC has gone off as well. So yeah, there we are, they work. Do like that close down sequence. But yeah, that's first quick one today. Next up, staying true to my promise of staying outside the car, TRD door handle protectors. There we go. Code on these ones is MS010-0018. And true to form with any TRD item, they give you a nice instruction booklet that explains how to do it. But the basic gist of it is, this on the back comes in two sections. So clean the area first, peel off one area, push it on, stick it down, take the other area off, push it on, stick it down, then take this clear top protective off. I've already done it on the driver's side, that one's on there. Looks quite smart, I think. So I will take you round to the passenger side and we'll see how it pans out. So got it all set up around this side. So first thing I'll do is just give the area a quick clean. Take out any grease that's in the area. I should probably wash the car at some point. Maybe I'll do that for the next video. Hasn't had one yet since coming into the country in May 2023. So yeah, it's probably earned one. Right, so there you go. That's all clean now. And then this is the piece in question, which just slots in there like that, and then you just push it down. So if I start with the bottom as it suggests, just peel the backing off and then slide it down till it feels comfortable. Light press and then peel off the backing on the top as well. And then give it a push all the way around, take the clear top off and just make sure that it is all stuck down. And then now you have yet another piece of TRD on there, and you've got something to protect it from any scratches around the door area. There we go, another bit on the car. Gold, gold, gold. Why did they have to choose gold? Thanks, Beatrush. Well, anyway, it didn't stay gold very long, as you can see now. Black. Seems a little obvious, but yeah, a little bit cleaner in the bay, won't be as obvious to look at. But yeah, let's take a look at the bracket. So you've got one chunky hole down here and one smaller hole here, which you've got this hardware for, which go in through the wheel well. This one obviously here, and the smaller one just in the top up there. And then this feeds into there like that. And then once that's all screwed in, we can work out how far away it needs to be from the master cylinder to hold it in place. But let me just show you where that goes first. Now I've taken those stickers off. You can probably see I can get it in position like that. It's there with the bit against the cylinder there. So I'll get this wheel off and then we'll see how we get on. Where those two holes come through on this is just here and here. Now I thought they were pushing grommets or whatever, but they're actually just stickers. So if I peel these two off like that, and you can see the two holes just there and there, which is where those bolts are gonna come through the brackets and then hold on to this surface here to stop the master cylinder from moving so much if you slam into the brakes. What I need to do first is jack the car up for the first ever time, take the wheel off and just get a bit better access to those bolts from the other side. Now as it's the first time this wheel is coming off, I've got the jack under it, making sure I've left enough space between the side skirt, and I've just loosened these off just with the 19mm socket and a breaker bar, because this has got some weird TRD centre cap on. But now that they're on there like that, I can jack the car up a bit more. You can tell it's on standard suspension because it's still sitting on the floor. There we go, getting somewhere now. Right, let me get an axle stand fully locked off. Got the zoom zoom gun. Take 1. 2. 3. 4. And last one. 5. Get that out of the way. Don't know if you can see the Griffin, well, behind all the cobwebs, the Griffin logo on the wheel there. It's quite cool, I think. Let's roll this out the way. I was kind of getting an axle stand under. Go a little bit higher. Just have it under there, just supporting, just in case it wants to go. But if I just spin you around, hopefully it's not too difficult to see, but those 2 holes up there, this one here and this one here, are where the 2 bolts go. So let me just grab those. Right, so if I take the nut off this for now, and this one, got it set up the way it asks. So you've got your bolt, then your locking circlip, and then your normal washer. Don't know if you can see, the picture's quite small there, but it shows to do all that from the wheel well side. So if I push this through a rather large bolt hole there, and hopefully, yeah, you can see, just comes through there. And I'll do the same with the thinner one. Which has just got to go up the top, if I can get there with my chunky old hands. Switch to the other one, might be a better angle. I really don't want to have to drop the suspension to get this bolt in. Come on. You can do it. So those are in. You watch me push them back in the car now when I try and put this on. Especially one-handed. But thread it through there. I'll sit it there for a minute. Sadly, it's hard to get a spot of this. Right, let's try anyway. If I push on the back at least, should stop them from coming out. Or not. Let's start with the chunky boy. There we go. Right. Got him started. And then the other one. Ended up doing it like this, putting the bolt on an extension with a socket, and then it's surprisingly easy to get it in. Line up the hole, and then I'll show you from this side. Right, switch hands. Please don't drop it. feels started. So, I'll come around this side so you can see. You've got the big bolt at the bottom and the smaller bolt just up here at the top. Oh, is that an angle that'll work? No, I bet it won't, because the second I move it's going to adjust, isn't it? Many options for where to film stuff. Right, I'll move the other camera. True to form with Toyota, you can do most things with a 14 and a 10. So that's what we've got here. I'm going to use the ratchet with the socket from the wheel well side and a spanner on the inside. So if I put the 14 on the bottom like that, let's start with 10, might be easier to see then. Like that, push it back, and then get this on the socket. No, sorry. Set it on. That's not going to work now, is it? See if I can get a 10mm. Kind of different approach. 10mm spanner on one side, 10mm ratcheting spanner on the other side. Because we got the coil spring in the way. Now let's see if that will work. Unless we go the other way. Get a 10mm socket on this side, if you can. Excuse me, TRD, stop strap brace. Yeah, that's in there. See if I can use the ratchet and spanner in the wheel well. Or a combination of the two. Let's finger tight first. That should make life a little bit easier. Yay, slowly but surely we're getting there. Not going to do this all the way up yet, so it's just got a bit of movement for when we're ready. This is still just using my finger to stop it spinning. And the other one, please tell me it hasn't fallen out. No, it hasn't. Good, good. Right, let's do the same approach. Get it finger tight. Which that one pretty much is. Right. Another approach again, I think this time. Extra long, 10mm on that one. Is that turning? Yes it is. Spanner on this side. And that feels pretty tight. Grab the 14, put it on there. Change the socket. Oh no, that's okay, I'll put it here. Is that just spinning, or is that actually doing anything up? I don't think that is a 14 on this side. No. Is it this side? Yes. Of course they'd be different on either side, wouldn't they? Going off the Toyota hymn sheet here by using something that isn't a 14 or a 17. This is a oh, it might be a 17. Aha! 17 one side, 14 the other. Of course. That one up. That's not going anywhere. Just switch back to the 10 for a final tighten. Keep switching between the two with a ratchet and a spanner to see what works better. Yeah, that's not going anywhere either. Right, let's take you round the top. And as you can see now, those are, if I can get lower, those two bolts are done up. And then we just have this one here, which you simply loosen until it sits nicely against the master cylinder like that. So that's quite snug on there now, just to stop it from moving. And then we back that off and lock it in position. No guarantee this will be a size that we've got to hand either, but you live and you learn. It's not a 10, that's for sure. 14 is too big. $12. And then we just pull that towards this bracket there. So now that's tightened up against the shell, and that one's tightened up against there. So when we put any force against this, it's not going that way, which is what it wants to do when you slam on the brake. But that's that. I probably could have made my life easier by taking this off. Oh well. So that's all done. Let's grab the wheel back. Take out that jack stand. There we go. And I'll just start these off. These are TRD parts I didn't put on the car. They were there when I got it. TRD wheels, TRD wheel nuts, even a TRD valve stem cap seal. Some of the stuff they did give you, as opposed to some of the stuff they didn't with this car, but hey. There we go. Get those on. A little bit of zoom gun, but not all the way, just to speed up the process. It's got a 19mm wheel socket on there anyway, so should make life a little bit easier. Okay, drop this down. And I'll just test them with this bar just to see if there's a little bit of turn in them. I mean, it's only sitting in the garage, so it's not like it's doing high mileage or high speed, but hey, nonetheless. Wouldn't want it to come in one morning and have it sitting on the floor, would I? So there we go. That's that back on. And that brace on. And here we are again, back at the sofa, which can mean one of two things really. Either I'm too tired and I'm calling it a day, or it's the end of the video. In this instance it's both. But I tried to keep to my promise. I didn't do too much on the interior. I had to go in and show you the buttons working. But, you know, ABS VSC controller changed to the later model. So those black buttons make sense. You press the buttons, you get the right response. The door protectors, the door handle protectors, sorry. So you don't scratch up your pride and joy with the your ring or whatever, the keys, if you're so inclined. And the horrible gaudy gold that LAILE Beatrush chose to use. Got that changed to a black powder coated locally and fitted that on there. So the brake master cylinder shouldn't have as much travel when slammed on in the car. But yeah, thank you for everyone's interaction so far. Thank you for all your likes, all your subscribes, all your watches as well. Means a lot, appreciate it. If you do have any questions, please pop them down below. Please continue to like and subscribe. That means a lot. Shows if I'm going in the right direction or not. And that way? No, let's go this way today. That many days to go till March the 1st 2026, and I can get it out the garage and on the road. But I might actually get it out the garage on the next episode, just because it is disgusting, the amount of dust on this car. Yeah, so might actually take it outside and give it a wash. Whether I show you that or not may not be the most interesting video to watch, but yeah, you'll see the results. But anyway, thank you for sticking with me. Hope to see you again. Thank you for tuning in, and take care. See you later.